AI video just leveled up this week to catch up with Gemini 3. Runway, Meta, Kling, and Seedream all dropped major upgrades to their video and image models. And that is just the start. We got a browser-based 3D film set you can build scenes in visually, an AI that thinks through long videos to spot tiny details, and spatial audio that tracks every object in frame. Text-to-speech is now real-time at 300 milliseconds. Talking avatars can stream for essentially infinite lengths. One photo face cloning keeps your identity rock solid across a whole video, and humanoid robots are now either sprinting or throwing kung fu combos. You're watching WhatsNextAI. Intangible AI takes a completely different approach to AI video and image creation. Instead of wrestling with text prompts and hoping for the best, you get a simple 3D interface that lets you actually build your scenes visually. Think of it like having a virtual film set right in your browser, no downloads needed. You can drag and drop objects, position cameras, choose lighting, and see exactly what your scene will look like before generating the final output. This is huge for anyone working in advertising, events, or film production. Instead of going back and forth with clients over vague descriptions, you can walk them through a 3D preview of your concept. Event planners can show clients exactly how a venue will look with different layouts. Filmmakers can plan their shots and camera angles before spending money on production. The platform combines what they call spatial intelligence with AI models, giving you far more control than traditional prompting. You get access to over 6,000 free 3D assets to work with. And once your scene is set up, you can export it as images or convert it to video with one click. The entire workflow runs in your browser, making it accessible to whole teams without technical barriers. There's a free plan so you can try it yourself, and I'll leave the link in the description. LongVT tackles the frustration of analyzing hours-long videos. While current AI handles short clips well, it struggles to find important details scattered across extended footage. LongVT uses an approach called interleaved multimodal chain of tool thought. That sounds technical, so here is a quick example. This video is around 20 minutes long. The question is, which animal is shown first lying motionless on a concrete surface with a group posing beside it and later strapped onto a tractor being transported? Instead of just watching the entire video once and trying to remember everything, LongVT can actively call a crop video tool to inspect specific time windows when it needs more detail. It first does a global skim of the entire video to understand the overall content, then proposes two specific time ranges, fetches those clips, examines them closely with finer-grained inspection, and decides on the answer. Cross-checking shows it is correct. An alligator. This is perfect for anyone analyzing security footage, studying educational lectures, or researching documentary content. If you are interested in running it locally, the code is available on GitHub and the link is in the description. Most AI audio generation tools today just create flat mono sound with no sense of direction, but ViSAudio generates true stereo sound that changes based on where things are in the video and how the camera moves. Let's listen to these examples. This is especially apparent if you are wearing headphones. As the camera pans to the right, so the harpist moves to the left, the sound also moves from right to left. In this one, even though the camera viewpoint stays fixed, as the tractor moves from right to left across the scene, the engine sound follows along, shifting from your right ear to your left ear naturally. ViSAudio can handle multiple overlapping sound sources like this jazz ensemble, with each instrument placed accurately in space and the trumpet staying spatially correct even after the player moves off screen. It can even generate spatially accurate sounds for completely off-screen events, like this fireworks scene where the booms are correctly localized behind and to the left of the camera, even though you never see the source. ViSAudio uses a dual-branch audio generation architecture that separately models the left and right channels while keeping them tightly synchronized in time and content, so each ear gets its own spatial cues without losing overall coherence, and the sound feels more immersive on headphones. A conditional space-time module then injects motion and layout information from the video, keeping the generated audio aligned with on-screen and off-screen actions frame by frame. The official code, dataset, and training scripts are still on the to-do list in the ViSAudio GitHub repo, but the paper and project page are live, so all the links will be in the description if you want to explore more. VibeVoice from Microsoft is an open-source text-to-speech model built for long-form audio, generating up to 90 minutes of speech with 4 speakers in one go. It supports spontaneous emotion, blends singing into dialogue, handles speech with background music, and even does cross-lingual narration, all of which was covered in a previous video if you want a deeper dive into VibeVoice. Back then, it was not real-time, but this week, Microsoft released a lightweight VibeVoice Realtime version, so this is what the live interface looks like. And after you hit start, the speech begins in roughly 300 milliseconds, making it feel essentially real-time.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Quiet Shift, a podcast where we talk about slowing down, tuning in, and finding meaning in the everyday. I'm your host, Jamie.
And if you compare this real-time model with other competitors, it achieves a very low word error rate and one of the highest speaker similarity scores, which means the generated voice sounds very close to the reference speaker. The good news is that Microsoft has released it in the main VibeVoice GitHub repo, so if you want to try it yourself, the link is in the description below. Alibaba just dropped Live Avatar, a real-time video generator that can stream talking avatars for effectively infinite lengths, which is a huge leap beyond most video models that struggle to go past about 10 seconds.
What's up, future voice fans? Ready to dive into the future?
Yo, have you guys seen that new real-time avatar thing?
In their demos, 2 AI agents talk to each other. One listens and writes a reply, then sends that text-to-speech audio into Live Avatar, which turns it into video with very low latency and surprisingly subtle expressions, from small smiles to raised eyebrows, across realistic full-body shots and stylized 3D or 2D characters. What really stands out is that even 5 or 6 minute clips stay sharp and consistent. When you compare them to other avatar models, most of those start drifting in color, identity, or lip sync once they run for a bit longer. Under the hood, Live Avatar uses distribution matching distillation to compress a large diffusion model into a 4-step streaming model that can generate video in real time, plus a time-step forcing pipeline parallelism scheme that spreads denoising across multiple GPUs for about an 84 times FPS boost and over 20 frames per second without quantization. The code is available on GitHub, and the link is in the description. Lynx is a new open-source model from ByteDance that tackles one of the toughest challenges in personalized video generation, keeping a person's face looking exactly the same throughout an entire video. You only need one photo of the person, and Lynx can generate high-quality videos where that person appears with near-perfect facial consistency. The model uses 2 key components: an ID adapter that converts your reference photo into compact identity tokens capturing the person's unique features, and a ref adapter that preserves fine details like skin texture and facial structure across all frames, even as the person moves or the camera angle changes. The code and models are available on GitHub, and the link will be in the description if you want to install it locally. Runway just launched Gen 4.5, and it is currently the world's top-rated video model according to the Artificial Analysis benchmark. This is a major update that brings unprecedented visual quality to AI video generation. Gen 4.5 can now understand prompts with high accuracy and create videos that look truly cinematic, whether you are generating a close-up of someone's face with realistic expressions or complex scenes with multiple objects moving naturally. The physics are much more accurate, balloons pop realistically, objects move with proper weight and momentum, and even fine details like hair strands stay consistent throughout the video. You can work with almost any style you want, from photorealistic footage that looks like it was shot with a real camera to stylized animation with strong artistic flair. The best part is that Gen 4.5 maintains the same speed as its predecessor while delivering breakthrough quality, and it is available at the same pricing across all subscription plans, making professional-grade video generation accessible to more creators. Kling O1 just launched as the world's first unified multimodal video model, and it is a game changer for anyone working with AI video. The breakthrough here is that this model understands text, images, and videos, so you can input all three types of media and mix and match them however you want. Upload a video and replace the background, swap out characters, or insert new objects using reference photos, or upload a set of reference images, characters, objects, backgrounds, and plug them all into one video with a consistent look. You can even combine multiple subjects in one scene, and the model tracks each one independently, keeping everything stable across the entire sequence. Kling O1 also keeps characters and objects consistent across shots with what they call director-like memory. It remembers what your main characters, props, and settings look like, maintaining visual consistency even when the camera moves or angles change. For creators who have struggled with inconsistent AI-generated characters, Kling O1 offers a much smoother workflow. ByteDance has released Seedream 4.5, a high-end image model built for professional visual work where consistency and control really matter. This version locks onto the main subject across multi-image edits, preserves identity and fine details from references, and handles dense typography, UI layouts, and product compositions with much sharper fidelity. It also supports high resolutions, often up to 4K, making it suitable for e-commerce creatives, ad key visuals, posters, and polished social content. From a pure image quality standpoint, Nano Banana Pro still looks better for ultra-realistic faces and complex scenes with multiple people, but price-wise, Seedream 4.5 is more attractive, and the gap in controllability and commercial readiness is getting much narrower with this release. Meta announced a new model called Tuna, a unified multimodal model that can both understand and generate text, images, and video in a single system. Because everything shares one unified visual representation space, Tuna can do text-to-video and text-to-image, and also handle image editing in the same model, similar to tools like Nano Banana. For video, Tuna's current text-to-video samples are more of a proof of concept. They run at 384 by 672 resolution and 12 frames per second, so they look decent but are not yet at the level of the best dedicated video generators. Its strength shows more clearly in images, where it can produce very realistic photos, handle different camera perspectives, and even render readable text inside images. In Meta's comparisons, it often matches or beats other open-source editors like Bagel and Flux. Thanks to its unified multimodal design, Tuna also works like a chatbot. You can upload images or short videos, ask questions, and it parses both the visuals and text to answer correctly. Right now, the code is still under legal review, but if you want to dive deeper into the paper and examples, the project page will be in the description. This week also brought robot running versus martial arts. Tesla's Optimus just hit a new milestone: smooth, sustained running in their lab. The video shows Optimus moving with a natural gait that is surprisingly human-like, demonstrating months of iteration on balance control and motion planning. Running is exponentially harder than walking for humanoids because both feet leave the ground, requiring precise timing and dynamic stability. Tesla's achievement here is not just about speed, it is about proving their neural network approach can handle real-time balance decisions at higher velocity. For the robotics industry, running capability is a critical benchmark that separates basic mobility from truly dynamic general-purpose robots that could be deployed in warehouses, factories, and eventually homes. On the other side, EngineAI just unveiled its T800 humanoid robot, demonstrating explosive martial arts movements rarely seen in robotics. The T800 pulls off kung fu-style stances, punches, and kicks with fluid precision that rivals human martial artists, representing a leap forward in dynamic balance and motion control. What makes the T800 stand out is its ability to execute complex combat sequences, not simple pre-programmed dance moves, but techniques that require split-second balance adjustments and power delivery. For robotics researchers, this signals that humanoids are moving beyond simple walking and manipulation into athletic, combat-ready movements that could transform applications in security, entertainment, and physical training. If you made it this far, you are officially ahead of 99% of people trying to keep up with AI. If you want these kinds of breakdowns every week, With real demos, not just headlines. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and drop a comment with the model you want to see tested next. This is What's Next AI. See you in the next one.